Hello, everyone. My name is Jeremy Murphy, and this is my final reflection of our course in adult and community education. Over the past few weeks, I've learned so much about what it really means to educate adults, not just in the classroom, but in communities, workplaces, and everyday life. This class has shown me that learning doesn't have to stop when formal school ends. It's a lifelong process that can empower people, strengthen communities, and even shape public opinion in democratic societies. One of the biggest things that I've learned from this course is that adult learners are different than traditional learners. Adults bring life experiences, personal motivations, and responsibilities that shape how they learn. They need education that is relevant, flexible, and respectful of their time and the goals that they set for themselves. I also learned about the history and philosophies behind adult education, how it began with community lectures, public discussions, and extension programs designed to help make learning accessible for adult learners. Reading about people like Harry Lepsiger and the early public lecture movements that helped set the stage for adult education has been, eye-opening to me from the standpoint that as I grew up, I was always under the impression that you had to be in a formal classroom setting to learn. And really, as I've gotten older, I've learned that I learn every day from all different types of, experiences. I gained a better understanding about how the role of an educator impacts the learner, not just teachers, but facilitators, mentors, people in the community itself, just people who want to help others advance. Overall, really enjoyed this course. The way that I put this course together, um, with the experiences that I have in my life as a business owner, as a basketball coach, things like that. Um, you know, Tying those two things together have been really eye-opening for me. Um, the resources that the class has given me to validate some of the things that I think that I put into practice, and then also open my eyes up to growth as a leader, a mentor, or as an educator. I can't really honestly mention anything that I think was bad about the course. I really enjoyed the group aspect. The people that I've met in my group are excellent people. Um, they work really hard. They're very focused. They're very goal-oriented people. They're very kind-hearted, giving people. And I've really, really enjoyed getting to know them and learning from their experiences, and they've been willing to put up with my long-windedness and talking about my experiences. So it's been a lot of fun to engage with them back and forth, um, for sure. Um, so I really don't have too much to say that I think should be done more. I think you touch all the bases in this course. You have group activity. You have flexibility in schedule. You can either do discussions via Zoom or you can do them, on comments that you put on Canvas. So you've touched all the bases, in my opinion. Some things that I would suggest for future students would be to stay open-minded, to correlate the things that they do in their everyday life with the things they learn from the adult education standpoint. Um, I think that's the biggest one because if you can tie things together, then you tend to be able to learn, in a better way, in a more conceptual way, which will allow you to be more diverse in what you've learned. Manage your time wisely. I think that, that's a huge thing in everyone's life, especially as adult learner, because you have so many different things that you have to be able to do, juggling your time with also learning. And if you're learning this, you're probably learning it to pass it on to others. So you have that responsibility as well. Um, Engaging in the process. I would say that's one thing that's been enjoyable for me, but some people tend to be very introverted and not like the process of interacting with others. So I would say that don't miss out on that part because that's been the part that's been the most rewarding for me. Um, yeah, and I appreciate you. I appreciate the group giving me the responsibility of being able to do this reflection. I appreciate you watching the reflection. I've enjoyed the journey of the class. I think it's helped me grow as a person and as a professional without question. And the whole, I guess, the whole concept behind adult learning is that you're a lifelong learner and that you never stop gaining information. And it's been a pleasure. So thank you very much.